Hi traders and welcome. Lockie here. I hope you are absolutely fantastic. I just wanted to answer a question that I got in the live trading room yesterday, which was phenomenal. And that question was, Lockie, what happens if you're trading this, classic US gold or US Open gold strategy? What happens if you don't have a pivot? I thought, well, that's actually a really, really good reason to develop a video for you. So guys and girls, today is going to be about how do you trade gold, particularly on US Open, if you don't have a pivot in order to reverse the market from? I think that's a really, really good little, really good little subject. Now, first and foremost, guys, it is currently the day after the Trump tariff announcement. As you can see right here, guys and girls, there's the tariff announcement from yesterday. So literally right now, guys, in downtown Japan, guys, it is the 3rd of April, right? 3rd of April. Now, whenever we do these videos, guys, all we do is we basically rewind back to the US Open from the previous day, guys, and normally it's going to give you some really, really great lessons, guys, as it would have done into the Trump tariff announcement, which was for some people, guys, an absolute shocker. Now, in saying that, let's have a look. We'll go full chart, guys. Now, mind you, for those that haven't watched the video series before, guys, if you are going to be a gold trader, this is actually the workspace I would suggest that you use. You've got your 5-minute chart over here on the right-hand side. Guys, then you've got your 15-minute chart and finally your 30-minute chart and your 60-minute chart. So you can pick up the longer range trades, guys, including what we refer to as static bar reversals. You might want to pick up a swing trigger. Guys, you also might want to pick up what's called a step break. Now, I can explain those, guys, in the live trading room if required. Now, we're going to go full screen. I'm just going to go full screen, and what we're going to do is ultimately focus on the US Open from last night. You can see this little circle on the screen for you here. Guys, there's our US Open from last night. Literally triggers around about 10:30, guys, around about 10:30, again, Japanese local time. Now, the first thing I want to point out, ladies and gents, is every one of our videos previously in the series has all been about pivot-based trading. Now, ironically, there's an incredible pivot-based reversal over here, but that's before the US Open. Guys, there's also an absolutely wonderful pivot-based reversal over here that we'll talk about towards the end of the video. Suffice to say, though, the question I was asked, Lockie, what happens if we're trading the US Open, trading gold, and we don't get a pivot? Guys, the backup plan if you don't get a pivot trade is to actually use extreme volume. So can everybody see here, we've got this mustard green candle as the market cruises up here. That's extreme buyer volume. Now, what it ultimately means is the buyers are trying to push through some very, very key levels in the market, and they're using way too much energy to do it. Whereas this little candle here is ultimately a -6 rated, what we refer to as a static bar reversal. Now, again, what does it ultimately mean? It means last night, if you were a gold trader and you don't mind trading two strategies, one would be an extreme volume strategy, the second would be the pivot strategy, as ultimately the buyers have lost control of the market here. The sellers have confirmed they're going to take control of the market here. As you could use the extreme volume and actually trade that as a static bar reversal short. Or if you're a delta trader, you can grab that little sell signal right there, guys. So delta V2 said, please sell gold at exactly 3164.2. You can see that over there on the right-hand side of the screen. Guys, ideally as a junior trader, you're going to try and drop it for around about $1,000, guys, or 100 ticks. Now let me explain that. So we're going to go down 10 horizontals, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so there's your $1,000. And ultimately, ladies and gents, not to bang on about the rule of 3, but ultimately this trade here on gold is going to maximize its profit in, hey presto, 3 times 5 minutes is 15. 1, 2, 3. Well, guess what you did? Guys, not only did they maximize the profit perfectly, but they're also approaching a pivot, which would be a really smart spot to get out of your short trade if you wanted a longer range target. So right there, ladies and gents, again, last night, US Open, you've seen the live charts on the right-hand side, an extreme volume reversal, guys, resulted in a $1,000 trade. Now, mind you, it's not the only one on the screen. As if you don't mind the use of extreme volume, can everybody see here, you've got this orange candle here. Normal selling candles are red, guys. This one is orange, basically saying the buyers, I should say the sellers, have completely run out of steam here. Now, this will be Fibonacci related, guys, for those people that are fans of Fibonacci. So again, guys, we draw our Fibonacci up in order to catch them on the way down. And hey, presto, guess what? We've caught them on the way down. For those also that are a big fan of the rule of three, you'll find there's three really, really lovely seller stair steps in here. So ultimately the sellers have basically run out of steam anyway. What does it ultimately mean? Guys, if the sellers are running out of steam, we're looking for any buying opportunity we possibly can. Ideally, we want to be free of the trend indicator. And there's one right here, guys, absolutely brilliant. There's also one right here, which is brilliant. We've also got, guys, again, a static bar reversal long. Okay, either way, we could come if you wanted to, grab your $1,000 box, guys, bring it across here and put it over the static bar reversal. Guys, you could put it over the top of this candle here if you wanted to. Suffice to say, the market has just simply returned back to a pivot. If we put it on the static bar reversal there, guys, you can see the market has gone quite happily over $1,000. Now, mind you, guys, I think the most important thing at this point in time is the trade never went anywhere near its stop loss. So one of the biggest lessons I could ever teach anyone, guys, is your stop loss is always defined by where the enemy last failed. Goes all the way to the top of the jar. It actually brings me back to the pivot base reversing. Right now, at this point in time, guys, yesterday's high is right there. Now, yesterday's high was established as a pivot. So ultimately, what are you doing, guys? You've got what we refer to as the R1 here. You've got yesterday's high here. As we've done in every other video, you're just waiting for the buyers to push up and fail at one of these pivots. You're waiting for the sellers to show strength, and you're waiting to hold them as long as you possibly can. So here's our $1,000 box. Guys, let's say you went short underneath that really, really strong candle there. Can everybody see quite happily the market has eventually gone $1,000 in your favor? Now that's per contract. So if you're a 2-contract trader, obviously it'd be 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. There's also, guys, not to be rude, there's also multiple buying signals on the way up here. And there's also multiple selling signals on the way back down, all of these little delta sell signals. So there's a lot more, guys. There's a lot more signals than what we've just discussed on the video. But suffice to say, guys, the question was, Lockie, what happens if I'm in the US Open, guys, and I don't have any pivots? Guys, the answer to your question is just use extreme volume. Guys, if you don't have the proper extreme volume indicator for gold, please reach out to Samurai and we can subscribe you to the indicators. Suffice to say, guys, extreme volume by the buyers. We picked the delta and ran short, which was brilliant. We then waited for exactly the same thing to occur. Even if you picked on that delta there and just went long, guys, you can't have lost money. It's not possible. Guys, and again, if you waited for the buyers to fail at the pivot here, waited for the sellers to show some strength with these one-rated candles, guys, and literally sold the deltas associated, once again, it's mechanically impossible to have lost money last night on gold. So guys and girls, I hope you love the video. If you're missing the indicators or you need to subscribe or you want more information, simply jump on the SamuraiDayTrading.com website. Guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the live trading room. Hope you have a magic day, guys, wherever you are in the world, and bye for now.